started writing Predators in 1995 for Fox, and when they'd mentioned just writing a sequel, I liked that world, and I liked the idea of taking that and putting it on another planet. As a writer, you don't have to worry about how it's going to get made, so I just wrote any crazy idea I wanted and made it as big as possible, because I knew it wouldn't be my problem having to direct it. But then 15 years later, they brought it back and said, we want to try to revitalize the series. Could you make it now? But I was doing Machete, so I said I could produce it here at my studio. I think I've always wanted to see it get made. So by getting to produce it, I got to oversee it, and it was as close as getting to make a Predator movie as I could have.
Action!
One of the reasons Fox let me do Predators here is they came to visit my studio, Troublemaker Studios, which is here in Austin, Texas. And when I told them I couldn't direct it, they said, well, can you just put it through here, through your system with your crew and whatever magic y'all do here at this place? And that became the deal. They were sold on the place and the setup that we've built over the past 12 years. You can't see it now, that they just pulled it down. We had a huge jungle set we built back there in the parking lot. We shot a lot of the jungle, in and around Austin, and just kept it all very home-based. I usually edit all my movies. It was hard for me to ever judge an editor because I've always only just edited my own material. We got Dan Zimmerman, he was terrific. He did a great job.
Being a massive fan of the original Predator, the McTiernan Predator, and then having worked on Aliens vs. Predator Requiem, I jumped at the opportunity to work on Predators. Starting on a project like this and knowing that Robert Rodriguez is your producer, he is, sort of an all-encompassing filmmaker. He cuts his own stuff, he directs his own stuff, he produces his own stuff, he writes his own stuff, he's the composer on his own things. It was really intimidating, and I didn't know what to expect, but I gotta tell you, he was fantastic to work with and collaborate with. When I got to Troublemaker, it was crazy. I was blown away, 100%. His facilities are awesome. He literally had a full functioning studio with stages, a humongous backlot. Obviously being Texas, there's a lot of land. He also has a dubbing facility, which has the brand new Icon board to mix the movie with, using Pro Tools to cut the sound effects with, and obviously using Media Composer to cut the picture with. It was really cool. They were also in the process of literally converting all the systems and upgrading them to the bigger CPUs and to the most current version of Media Composer, which I never recommend to do in the middle of a show, but we did it very seamlessly. It was great. This is the first fully digital project I've ever worked on. When I hit the ground, I had to hit the ground running, and thank God for Media Composer, because it was a compressed schedule, and being day and date, you have to deliver a month early for the international to get all our translations done and all the dubbing done. But for the most part, as far as the edit was concerned, as an editor, your ability to tell a story is really what it's all about.
I just think editing is probably the most important part of a job, because you can really make and break performances, story, just between the takes that you use. Some people would say script's more important. It's like, no, what if you didn't have a script? What if you just had an outline and you improvise with actors? Editing becomes even more important. The editing is so important because it's so subjective. Which take you think conveys the best information.
Typically, editors cut for their director first to get the best presentation, which we did, but for the most part, he absolutely left us alone. We presented him with the director's cut after, Nimrod had his time with the movie, and he really loved it, and all the notes he had from that screening definitely made the movie better. Media Composer helped me address a lot of challenges just being Media Composer. Being the bulletproof, solid system that it is, really helped me overcome a lot of what I was going to foresee as technical problems, because I had never gone through a completely digital workflow. I love that. I love the progression of technology.
As we shoot stuff and we shoot it digitally, we can get it right into our system. And I can be editing Machete, switch over to see all the new Predators dailies and new cuts that have come in. If I want to add a cut or try some ideas to send back to them, I can send it back to them. Having access to such great tools just keeps everything exciting, because you don't know what you're going to wake up in the morning and find. So it's a very organic way to work. And it's all because of the technology, making you think of things differently. It inspires you to come up with some artistic way of using it.